Now, I've mentioned what me is. So when I say be purified by me, it means that this stuff, the first birth stuff, the doubts, the worries, the concerns, all that stuff that's going on in your mind is swept away by me. And me is your true self called God, your true state, the open hand disposition. Just as water can clean the floor, or the brush can sweep things away. Just consider the brush, the brush. It hasn't got a voice, but let me be its voice. Hello, I'm a brush. I'm very useful for keeping your floors clean. If you use me correctly, I will brush and clean your floors. I'll brush all away the dross, the bits and the dust away from the floor or away from the corners, etc. If you use me correctly. But you've got to put your attention on me first. So put your attention on me, the brush, hold me correctly, and as you're brushing the floor, keep your attention on me, the brush. Now, this guy was known as Franklin Jones. He's the young version of Adidar Samraj. Said to his devotees and disciples, keep your attention on me, and then you will be purified of all your dross, all that nonsense. Keep your attention on me. Let me sweep it all away. Well, that's exactly what I do. Throughout the day, I keep my attention on the Guru, on the spiritual master, because his state is of the open hand, and he sucks it all away. He draws all that nonsense away. So you see the nonsense coming up in your head, put your attention on him, goes. Just like that. It's called satsang, S-A-T-S-A-N-G-S, a Sanskrit word. In the Bible, it's called, or the prayer book, Holy Communion. Holy Communion, because holy means something godlike, spiritual, different to the things of the world, the earth. And it's wonderful, it purifies you. It purifies of this separative nonsense. So you can be with another person and feel at ease with that other person. You feel as if as if you've known that person all your life, because that person is you. People don't fear the brush, not that everybody wants to clean their kitchen or clean the floor, but they're not fearful of picking up the brush, surely, and sweeping the kitchen floor. But people are fearful of picking up the Guru, picking up the picture of the Guru. Why? Because this is the devil that they know. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't know, as they say. Well, my mother said, don't speak when you're eating. I know. She always asks, Mum's always asks the question when you're speaking. Anyway, as I was saying, You're not putting yourself attention on another person, on the guru. You're putting your attention on him, yes, but in order to feel your true state. And your true state is love, bliss, joy, delight, peace, restfulness, etc. Works every time. And eating becomes a great pleasure. Everything becomes a great pleasure. Because this state, living from the open hand disposition, is very pleasurable. And Adidar would have said years ago, pleasurable oneness with all that's arising is one's true disposition. Pleasurable oneness, at one with everything that's arising. Can you hear the gas fire? That's definitely arising. Food, everything's arising. The feeling of cold is arising. It's warming up. And everything you see in the room, everything is arising. So when you're in this position, it's a pleasure to be wherever you are. It's a pleasure to be with whomever enters the room. However, that person isn't necessarily in the open hand disposition. And although initially it's a pleasure, well, it is a pleasure, but it's not a pleasure because of him. You're in that state, or her. So be purified of all of your dross. Let it all just arise and go away from you. Be clean, be cleansed. Thank you for listening. Take up the practice. I've been doing it for all my life, really, toward God. Godward. When Adidar came into my life 30 years or so ago, it became more frequent. I am being purified. All the separative nonsense. Me against you. Pleasurable oneness with all that's arising.